What's going on, guys? 2023 Open has just finished up. I want to do a little bit of a recap and kind of talk about some of the common feelings people are going to have after the Open. So I hope that it was mostly a rewarding experience and you got to do some really, really cool things with some cool people. But it is pretty difficult to not leave the Open thinking about some things that we didn't do as well on as we had hoped or we thought we would, right? So the first inclination is to feel this pressure to run out and master these skills right now. And you don't have to put that extra pressure on yourself. Of course, if there are little skills you want to put some extra work in on, staying after class a couple minutes or coming in a little bit early and practicing double unders, that kind of thing, that is fantastic to do. But you shouldn't feel like you have to do anything different in your training overall to get these skills. Because the best thing you can possibly do to work on these skills and be prepared for next year's Open is continue showing up to CrossFit classes 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week. That's it. Those of you that did participate in the Open, think about the movements that you saw. In the months leading up to the Open, November, December, January, you saw all of those movements, including some of the movements that had never been in the Open before, like the shuttle runs, like the burpee pull-ups. Those are things that were programmed in our workouts. So literally just continuing to show up will prepare you for next year. Now, certainly some of the standards that are thrown out in the Open are maybe a little different or a little more difficult than what you typically hold yourself to in a Metcon, but now you know, right? So we have these standards to consider when you see these movements pop back up in a Metcon, but you do not need to complicate it. Just keep doing CrossFit, you'll be ready. Now, if there are some things that you really feel a strong desire to nail down right now, we offer something called skill sessions. These are 30-minute one-on-one sessions you can schedule with a coach, and these are perfect if you are trying to hone in on one very specific skill. Now, if you have something in mind, you're not sure if a skill session would be appropriate, talk to a coach and they'll let you know whether that's something that we think is worthwhile to work on in a skill session, or if we think you're better off just continuing to work out and maybe down the road we address whatever you want to work on. But that option is out there if you do have some other ambitions or you're a little impatient with a skill that you don't quite have yet. Again, grab a coach, ask them whether it would be right for you, and we can point you in the right direction. But I hope everybody had a great Open. I hope we will see all of you guys signing up next year and a few more people. All right, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next week.